Hello, junkies. My name is Bob, the self-proclaimed Jedi junkie, and it's been a while since I've gotten to review anything with Star Wars on it, and I am thrilled to present to you today the Han Solo Stormtrooper disguise outfit. Now, Hasbro released these for Father's Day. I don't want to say they were a Father's Day specific item, but they coincided with the arrival of Father's Day. They were released a couple weeks before it happened, but they were Target exclusives that were featured predominantly in the Father's Day display in the men's department. Yes, the men's department, not the toy department. These were retailed at $12.99, and the day after Father's Day, they dropped to 50% off. I find this hysterical because Target will have the same Marvel Legend or the same Star Wars Black Series figure on the shelf for a year to 2 years and never drop the price. This Han Solo figure is less than 30 days old and has already been marked down 50% off. So, the day I bought him, Rose Tico, the Black Series figure, was still sitting on the shelf. It was a brand new one. There was no dust on her, but that figure is it's almost 2 years old now. We're getting on the 2 years old point. So, today, let's get to it. This is Han Solo. Now, I always thought that even way back when Kenner did the Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise, that a Han Solo one would be right behind. And perhaps it was. But Kenner, at the time, Star Wars was losing steam, Return of the Jedi was over, and there wasn't really in a big movie push anymore. There was a lot of Star Wars cartoons, Star Wars comic books and things, but a lot of the figures that never got made, like the Imperial Gunner, that figure previously had never been made, was now being made in the Power of the Force line with coins. Han Solo never came to light. When the Power of the Force, the re-release by Hasbro, who had gotten the licensing rights from Kenner and everything, when they started to launch new Star Wars figures, they did a very cool thing. They did a mail away of Han Solo with Fruit Loops. If you bought several boxes of Fruit Loops and mailed it away, you got Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise. However, he did not come with a gun. He did come with a helmet, but he did not come with a gun. So today, I've already talked for 2.5 minutes. Let's get to it. Let's review this figure and see how well they've done on him. Now, I love the fact that the Kenner logo is here on the front. I'm not quite 100% sure for the packaging why they didn't use a picture from the movie. Hasbro at Toy Fair is very meticulous about making sure that the right everything is with the pictures for the different figures. However, this one, I'm like, really? You couldn't find one screen capture from the movie to put them on here? But it is in the style of the old figures. We go to the back. We have the multiple languages, of course, but at least Hasbro was gracious enough to stick some figures from the line on the back here. So we have the Praetorian Guard, we have Captain Phasma, Chewbacca, an Imperial Stormtrooper. I believe he's from Rogue One, though. Han Solo's a Stormtrooper, and Lando, young Lando from Solo: A Star Wars Story. Now, we do have the Disney logo here, and we also have the Hasbro thing. Now, what amazes me is this is the Vintage Collection 143, and I have like 2 and 3 and 4. So I really have not been collecting the vintage line since Black Series has pretty much become my focus. Why this is on the front and not on the back, I'm sure is something to do with standards and practices, but it blocks the logo. So you're kind of like, hey guys, we can't put this over here and then put the E-Day, age, E-Dod, E-Day over here underneath it. I'm sure it has to be so big, but it really does bother me when you have everything rammed here. Dead space with a product number, 90261 right here. Why? Why can't it be here? We've got everything here. So I'm sure it has to do with standards and practices, but it really does mess up the most important part, which is the logo. So let's open them up. I'd like to keep the card, so let's see how good I can do here. I'm just going to cut right into the packaging, the bubble itself, or as I call it, the plastic coffin. Also would like to say, junkies, this is probably the first vintage figure I have bought in forever. First of all, I can't even remember. I think the last one I got was the desk the Death Squad commander from the Death Star, and I got him at Five Below. That might be the last one I got. It's been a while. And as far as 375 figures go, outside of venturing to the Dollar Tree to pick up some Rogue One Stormtroopers and a couple of those figures loose, I bought Luke, Jedi Luke from Octo for $3 at Five Below. That was the last 375 figure I've gotten. So it's been a while. So I kind of like this. Han is a special meeting for me. It was a figure I always wanted as a kid. They never made, and then I got him as the Fruit Loop figure when I was in college, which was hysterical to my roommates because I had so many boxes of Fruit Loops on my desk in the dorm. So I preserved that as best as I could, and I love these cards. These cards are great. Several years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, they were just giving them away, even with the punch in them. They were like, "Oh, today's card is Slave Leia," and they were handing them out, and it was, like, that makes it cool, and it also looks like a comic book cover from Marvel. So, do a little close up here. We're in the plastic coffin. Got a little bit of a glare, but we're going to get them out. So we slide this off. I used to keep these as a kid and use them as boats. And then I would also keep all their weapons in them for as long as I could until my brother would swallow them. So we've got tape on the gun. Standard Imperial blaster. Now I said it in a review of a Black Series figure not too long ago that every Star Wars figure should come, especially the original figures, should just come with this gun. It seems like everybody did when I was a kid, the version that Kenner had molded. I mean, obviously the paint applications are a million times better, as well as the details. I mean, look, we have silver here, and then we have all these little grooves in the gun. It's fantastic. But it seems to be the one gun they all used when I was a kid. So we'll get Han out here. And the thing that I've been noticing a lot of people have been freaking out since the majority of the Targets have put them all on sale. And if yours hasn't, you really should complain. Target there's a lot of things that Target does that I don't understand. Target's temperature of every store is regulated by their headquarters. However, the sales are regulated individually by store managers' whims. So obviously they can see how much product they have to say, yeah, we should put that on sale and get rid of it. But when you travel from one Target to another one, it's about 20 minutes away, and they don't have the exact same product on sale as they do at the Target you were just at, that doesn't make any sense to me. And you should be able to either show a picture or have them call. They will not honor those sale prices. So good luck if your Target's not doing this, but I know that they did show up on the website. So a lot of people, as I was saying before I got distracted by my own rant about Target, was that a lot of people are going to do this and just troop build. Now, he's just a Stormtrooper. For $6, you get a vintage, highly articulated Stormtrooper in pristine uniform with a holster, by the way. And you won't know it's Han Solo until you take off the mask. So the helmet, the details here, I have the Black Series helmet. It's like I'm holding the the thumbnail version of it. It's incredible. It's incredible. But we have to say, this photoreal technology that they've been applying to the Black Series figures clearly is here. I mean, that's Harrison Ford's face. The hair's a little long if you really wanted to make it into an Indiana Jones. It's far superior to the Indiana Jones figures made 11 years ago for the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, likeness-wise to Harrison Ford. But you're obviously here for Star Wars. Let's put the gun in his hand. I mean, one thing's for sure, we're all going to be a lot thinner. So their arms seem to do some weird things once they get them in and out of the packaging. It's all kinds of interesting. The way they shipped them and how they do what they do, it's almost like two different things. It's very weird. There's a trigger finger here, a very thin one, but it doesn't. Oh, 100% go into the trigger, so he's kind of going to be resting like that. So get on top of it. All right. So as Han Solo goes, for $6.49 the day after Father's Day, this is a great figure. I think it's a great figure at $12.99 to tell you the truth. But I was more interested, since I don't collect the vintage line as much as I used to, the vintage collection, or 375 figures as much, I thought, you know what? Harrison Ford, Han Solo, he definitely warrants a purchase. And I thought I'd pick him up and see how good he really is. And, like I said, boop, we can out-troop build. He's now a Stormtrooper. And only I know that it's Han Solo in disguise. Thanks for tuning in today, junkies. This is a quick review on Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise, the Target exclusive.